In this video, I'm going to explain what the Crown Act is and why you should care about it. If you enjoy this content and you find it useful, subscribe to this channel. A new bill that just passed the House called the Crown Act, the C-R-O-W-N Act. That's the Crown Act, creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. Some people said, what's so important about the Crown Act? It seems frivolous. Is it? I try to be patient. It's not easy. I'm born knowing that black women, particularly black women, how they get treated due to hair. Black men too, but I'm gonna go with women first. I've grown up knowing that black women are looked at a certain way with their hair. I've known that ever since I was old enough to know about hair and my mama doing her hair. Businesses and what's considered professional, what's not. Black is not considered professional. If your suit look too black, if your tie look too black, if your hair look too black, if you talk too black, everything black is considered unprofessional. White is considered professional. If you act white, talk white, be white, sound white, look white. So black women have had to deal with discrimination. Black people have had to deal with discrimination about their hair forever. This Crown Act is based on this. See, more states are trying to protect black employees who want to wear their hair naturally. So black women, instead of processing their hair, perming their hair to straighten it, we started to go to more natural hairstyles, and there are a lot of black women who wear natural hairstyles, and they face a load of discrimination. There has been research to show that if black women wear their hair natural, like the way it grows out of their hair naturally, that they get discriminated against. They don't get the promotions, they don't get the raises. These things happen. This wrestler here, there was a wrestler in Philadelphia. They made him cut his hair because he had dreads. He had to cut his hair at the match or forfeit the match, so he cut his hair. Here he is literally taking one for the team as he cuts his hair, has his hair cut, so his team doesn't lose because they would have to forfeit. I don't know why they just didn't give him a cap to put on, one of those caps, but instead they made him cut his hair or forfeit the match. Looks like he was a little bit emotionally distraught about this whole situation, doesn't it? Doesn't seem too happy about that. That's a kid having to be humiliated in front of the entire school for being black and having black hair and having the audacity to wear it the way he wants to wear it. And I hate to be the kid that wrestled him because I know he took it out on that kid and beat that kid easily there. Well, I don't know how easy it was, but he beat that kid. I'm sure he took it out on that kid he had to wrestle, which is fine. Hate to be that guy, though. Anyway, the point is this, man. People don't understand. At least I don't think that most people understand what's going on here. That hair has been an instrument, as many other things, a way to discriminate against black people. If you say, we don't want any dreadlocks, and we don't want any natural cornrows, and we say these types of, we don't want any afros. I don't know if you noticed or not, but not a lot of white people wear cornrows and dreadlocks. Or locks, or afros. So when you say that, who are you discriminating against? See, there are always ways to discriminate against black people without saying the word black. You could just say, no one could come in who has locks. And effectively, you're saying no blacks because blacks wear locks. I know you got a cool white friend that loves hip-hop or reggae and locks his hair, but he's like 1% of white people. The percentage of black people that wear locks is a lot higher. That's all I'm saying. It's always some guy, one-off person want to bring that up. I've covered stories dating back 7-8 years. I was looking for some of my older videos. I just don't know the titles that I put in. There were black children who were kicked out of school because over the summer break, the next year, the school changed rules and said, no afros, no cornrows, or what have you. Now the kids come to school and they can't get into school because they have cornrows in their hair. Or they have locks or some type of braid. And the school's like, no, we don't want that here. That's distracting. Your hair is a distraction. This has gone on for a long time. Studies have been shown that it costs promotions, raises. So one of the things that I've never liked is people criticizing black women to a certain extent about hair when they don't live the life of the person who's got to wear that hair and be discriminated in the workplace. They just say black women want to wear these wigs, they want to straighten their hair. They don't consider why someone might do it, other than they hate themselves. They may hate having less money on their paycheck, is what I'm trying to tell you. There have been bills introduced in various states to end discrimination on the basis of hair, style, hair texture. New Jersey, Tennessee, Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois. Legislation proposed to explicitly ban race-based hair discrimination. Lawmakers in at least 8 states have been pushing for this. And see, I know the knee-jerk reactions to go, so what, who cares? Yeah. If you're you. I mean, guys, it's not exactly a Tim Black issue. Already we got black kids being suspended for discretionary reasons, meaning reasons that the teacher just pulled out their butts. It's not scholastic suspensions. Discretionary, like, he's just a disruption to the class. Suspended for discretionary reasons, such as dress code or long hair violations. Black kids are suspended for these reasons 4 times as often as white kids. You don't think white kids wear their hair too long? But it's white hair. And when black students are reprimanded about their hair, whether suspended or hit with disciplinary actions, it leads to a lower or a poor academic performance, leading to higher rates of dropout, which leads to joining gangs and getting arrested before the age of 21. But now some things are being changed. It's not everything. It's so much more to do. New research shows that black women with natural hairstyles such as curly afros, braids, and twists are often perceived as less professional than even black women with straight hair. It's not just the white women you're competing with. When the black woman shows up in her authentic hair coming out of her head, she's looked at as unprofessional compared to black women who straighten their hair. No other reason. This was published in the Journal of Social, Psychological, and Personality Science. It says, it offers empirical evidence. The societal bias against natural black hairstyles infiltrates the workplace and perpetuates race discrimination. So I encourage people who want to know more about this to look it up. I know how it is with Democrats. Performative. Yeah. But remember, this started locally at the state level. Now it's a federal bill. The Republican Party doesn't want Democrats to be able to get black voters a win, to get something for black people. It doesn't necessarily mean they're even racist. It's just that they don't care enough about people as they care about trying to win. Okay? And see, that's where it comes back to politics matters. Because you can talk all you want. You can be upset all you want. You can watch a video on Tim Black all you want or some other content creators. You can come up with roasting. You can roast people, make fun of them. You can be upset. You can say, screw the system, and you'll never vote. But guess what? The only way we get to be able to force schools to stop discriminating against our sons and daughters when they go to school with their hair is to pass bills. And how do you pass bills? You pass bills through politics. You don't pass bills through YouTube, or you don't pass bills on Twitter, and you don't pass bills on roast sessions on Instagram, on the gram, or on TikTok. You pass them through politics. That's how bills are passed. That's what forced me to care about politics. It wasn't because I wanted to. It's because that's what needs to happen. You don't have a choice. You want to live longer? You gotta walk. You gotta get up and walk around. I'm getting older. My knees starting to go bad. If I don't get up and walk around more often, guess what's gonna happen? Not gonna be a good walker. It's not, I don't have to love it, but I have to do it. And that's the same thing with voting. I don't have to love it, I have to do it. I have to be involved in some way. And maybe it's not voting. Maybe it's actions, maybe it's something, but I'm gonna keep pushing it. I don't care. You go watch whoever else you wanna watch, but I'm gonna continue to be me because my grandbaby need to be able to wear her hair. She should be able to wear her hair. We should not have to put a relaxer in her hair for her to go to school and for that teacher not to discriminate against her. And we can't just rely on the benevolence and the nice hearts, the beautiful hearts of all the people in the world. Sometimes you got to have laws. Because I don't know if you noticed or not, everyone's not so benevolent all of the time. Sometimes you got to have rules that make them be benevolent. And then you have to have laws so you can put their ass in jail or find the shit out of them and get them fired. Got to have those things too. So I support this bill. Now it's time for it to go to the Senate. And we need to lean on their asses. And I'm going to use my platform to lean on them. Because this is much needed. It's way overdue. Of course it's way overdue. But you don't go, okay, this is overdue. It should have already been done 50 years ago, 100 years ago. Now that they're doing it, screw them. They took too long. You know, that don't make sense. You got the thing you needed? No, I don't have it, but since they took so long, I don't want it. You know, we grown-ass people. We can't be that way. We have responsibilities. And we're not asking for a hookup. This isn't a late birthday present. This is justice. This is what's right. So we take it because, yeah, it should have been earlier, but we're going to take it because it's not done yet and we need it. And it ain't for us. And it ain't about our egos or about being insulted. It's about the fact it's going to benefit our children and our children's children. So we got to take it.